What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the New York Yankees and the trade they just made for Jameson Taillon, and unfortunately talking about another good member of the Pirates leaving. Now, as you may have noticed, I'm not in my usual setup today. I'm actually at my girlfriend's house right now. I brought my mic over just in case something big like this happens so I can make a quick video for you guys. Let's talk about this trade and why Jameson Taillon might be a missing piece of the puzzle for the Yankees to get them to the 2021 World Series, which hasn't been done in over 10 years. They haven't been to the World Series, which is pretty surprising with all the good teams the Yankees have had. So let's get right into it and start talking about it. Now, before we do get into the video, if you want to keep updated on videos that are coming out, check out my Instagram and Twitter at NMRSports30. That'll be in the description, as well as my Twitch, where we talk about baseball deals while I am live streaming on Twitch. I also just started a podcast with a few buddies, one of which is a Yankees fan, so I'm sure we'll be talking about it in our episode releasing tomorrow. It's called the Diamond in the Rough podcast. I'll have the link for that in the description as well. And be sure to hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content. Leave a like on this video and start something in the comments. Let's talk about the Yankees. Think if they're going to make the World Series in 2021. What you guys think of this deal? Now, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Now, the Yankees just acquired Jameson Taillon, who is a pitcher with a lot of upside. Could possibly be the number 2 in their rotation next year. I think that's a little bit too hopeful, but definitely a possibility. He is coming off some injuries, and they got him for only 4 prospects, none of which were even above their top 15 prospect in their organization, none of which are top 100 in all of baseball. So I think this is an amazing trade for the Yankees, and I have no idea what the Pittsburgh Pirates are doing. It seems like they're not even trying. They're just kind of going after a bunch of young guys in their squad and hoping they can just have some miraculous thing where a bunch of their prospects turn into studs. I really don't know what the Pirates are going for. I'm sorry if there's any Pittsburgh fans out there. I don't know that there are. I think I know 2 total Pittsburgh fans in the entire world, so Pittsburgh fans, I'm sorry about this trade. You have gotten fleeced on every single move you've made this offseason, so it's going to be a rough couple years for the Pittsburgh Pirates. But let's talk about what this trade means for the Yankees and if this could propel them over the hill and get finally back to the World Series after over 10 years of missing out. Now, who is Jameson Taillon? Well, Jameson Taillon is a former number 2 overall pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates. He's been in the league for about 4 years, and he was actually Garrett Cole's roommate back when they were in the minor leagues together in the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. So he's very good friends with Garrett Cole. That'll probably be a good thing for chemistry with their team right there. He is coming off his 2nd Tommy John surgery, and he's only 29 years old. So that could mean one of 2 things. It could mean he's extremely injury prone and he's not going to get better his entire career because he's already had Tommy John surgery twice and he's not even 30 yet. But it could mean finally he's healthy and ready to go and pitch. In 2019, he pitched over 190 innings. He had about 179 strikeouts and an ERA just around 4. He's never really had an ERA below 3.5, so definitely not an elite pitcher, but he definitely has the stuff to get him there to be a number 2 pitcher probably in this rotation. I personally think he's probably the number 4. It depends on what Corey Kluber's looking like next year. Now, with that being said, it is kind of an interesting move for them to make, the Yankees. They kind of need durability because Luis Severino's coming off Tommy John surgery. Corey Kluber's coming off an injury last year. And now Jameson Taillon is also coming off an injury last year. Domingo Germán might be coming up back next year, and he's coming off a suspension and a pretty bad outing in winter ball. They have plenty of guys in the rotation that are all coming off of injuries, and it's definitely going to be a weird season for the Yankees. Obviously, if all of them pan out, it's going to be a great rotation, but I don't know. It's kind of risky to see be counting on all 3 of these guys being studs, or maybe all 4 of these guys being studs next year for you. They do have some young guys like Davy Garcia and Clark Schmidt coming up as well, but they're a little too young, and they're probably going to be limited in innings next year, even if they do end up pitching. So Jameson Taillon, let's look a little bit more in depth on him, what his potential could be. Now let's look at James Taillon's baseball savant stats. Obviously, anything above 50% is good because it's above league average. So as you see here, he's 77th percentile in fastball velocity in 2019, as well as 62nd in fastball spin rate and 82nd percentile in curveball spin rate. So he throws pretty hard. He has a nasty curveball is what these are saying. Obviously, we don't have all of the stats that we like to see. Baseball Savant's kind of a newer website, and they're new at tracking this kind of data. But basically what the analytics are saying is he definitely has the potential to be a solid number 2 or 3 pitcher, possibly. But definitely if he can end up being the 3 or 4 guy in this rotation, they don't have to count on him too much. I really think this is a good move for the New York Yankees. Obviously, it's not ideal. Ideal situation, they would have gone out and got a guy like Trevor Bauer. I know Yankees fans really wanted him. But with the Yankees cap situation right now, I really don't think they're going to be making any more big moves after this. So the Yankees will probably go after one of the bullpen arms that's remaining, but they are very, very close to the competitive balance tax, or also known as the luxury tax threshold, and they definitely don't want to be going over that because of how much they would be taxed on it this year after what they spent last year. So we're definitely going to have to see what the Yankees have in store for us the rest of the offseason. But when they do, we will definitely be there to cover it. Now, there were a few trade rumors that came out this weekend as well. One of the biggest one is actually Chris Bryant and Kyle Hendricks being rumored to be getting traded over to the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, the Toronto Blue Jays do have a lot of young talent on that squad, and they have a very good farm system, so they definitely have the prospects that the Cubs would be looking for to get these two guys. And they could really use a guy like Chris Bryant in the lineup, as well as really using Kyle Hendricks on the mound there. So their rotation with Hyun-Jin Ryu, Kyle Hendricks, and a few other guys up there would definitely be very solid. Kyle Hendricks would be a huge addition to this team right now. As I said in my last video, I really think Bauer would be a good fit for them, but Kyle Hendricks is a really good trade option for the Toronto Blue Jays. So if they're able to make this move, I really like the Blue Jays already, and I think this would make them really question the fact that the Yankees could be the favorites in the AL East. I think the Blue Jays are still probably one or two starters away from being on the Yankees level, but we'll definitely have to see. I would not be surprised if the Blue Jays are pushing the Yankees for the AL East crown next year. Now, speaking of bullpen arms, there have been a lot of trade rumors going, a lot of rumors going around, especially about free agent Brad Hand. Apparently, the Nationals have emerged as a frontrunner for the Brad Hand sweepstakes, trying to get him. Obviously, the Mets, the Dodgers, and the Angels are all in on him as well, and I think if the Dodgers get him, that would be absolutely insane. Obviously, as an Angels fan myself, I would love the Angels to get Brad Hand. I think he'd be a great addition for them. The Mets really need him as well, and the Nationals could get him as well. There are a lot of good free agent relievers remaining. When you think about it, if you got Brad Hand out there, Alex Colomé is out there. Jake Diekman is a really good left-handed arm. Yusmeiro Petit is an underrated arm that is pretty cheap out there. So there's definitely a lot of free agent relievers left to sign. I think that's going to be kind of what we're hearing in the next few weeks here. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated, and whenever something does drop, you know I'll be here with another video for you guys. Thanks again so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for helping us hit 200 subscribers. Be sure to hit that sub button. We're trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by opening day. Be sure to leave a comment and like the video. Help this reach a few more people. We could talk all about baseball. Join that Discord if you want to throw out some hot takes or some cold takes, if you think the Blue Jays are going to be better next year, or what you think. So anyways, thanks again so much for watching, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in the next one.